better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready and 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mid dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm ready and 10, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. His first carry, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Murray. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 38, Murray trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
51. Bring it. Bring it. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Defense wins championships, baby. 51. Mike 51.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
50.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 18-yard line.
Benedict! 158! Chase! Flex! He's not going to get me? Check! Hey, check 26!
On 2nd and 2, Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Switch it.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
To
throw, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
First down, Jacksonville.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Got to 88. 30.
Working from the gun. Rodgers gets this one to Hill. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. They're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A very solid gain of 27. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On play action. Now Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Rodgers again now. This will be caught at about the 5. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll look to run with Singletary, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Let's put that team on the bus. 66,
They run with Hines. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
strip that ball. Undercrunch.
From the 44, Murray. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Over.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
With 18. Walk top. Tight 26. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, 2. Fires the mark. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Mark 5.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Let's go. 8, read. 51's the mark. We got to get the ball, D. Hey, Delta. 51's the mark. 51's the mark. Here we go, D. Here, go.
Now it's the backup Greer. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Here we go. 51.
To throw on 3rd down, Murray. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. 15 running. 15 running. I got one. Hey, one set.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This one caught by Isabella. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Switch. Greystone, travel. Check 24, check 24.
Rodgers now to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. On the move to his left. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Switch.
A final shot before half from Murray. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Check.
Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Hey, exit. March 49. All day, dog. 49.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
158. Jump. Take 30. Watch the X3. 218. Chop. Kill.
Singletary again. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
318.
You don't want to see me.
Rodgers now on first down. That one complete to Hill. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 14-yard line.
Green 18. Come on, let's go. Green 18.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
Blue 58. Watch the boot, watch the boot.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, wahoo.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Rodgers to throw again. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Squeeze, double 50. Hey, Charlie.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. This is Hines. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 38, Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. And it's third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. First down, Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, take 26.
Now it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Check 3, check 3. That's it. 51's the mic, 51's the mic. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch the whip.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Right there.
Murray now on first down. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Prater to add the PAT. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
We got work.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Rodgers throwing here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He was trying to... Hit Thomas that time.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, come on. Hey, it's time to go. Trot. Let's go, defense.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 34-yard line.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And this one boiled down in the end, Charles, to simply too much Aaron Rodgers.
We've seen this many times before, haven't we? And I'm sure we'll see it again in the future. Extreme confidence in his abilities, extreme confidence in his teammates, never thinks a game is out of reach because his right arm can equalize anything a defense can put out there.
So for the Jaguars, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.